Okay. Now coming to grid template row and grid template column. Okay. So what exactly grid template word suggests that your main column is created. Your extended column, which we have seen, the implicit column is not created with grid template. It will create only your main rows, whatever you want to initialize it. Okay. Okay. So let's see here, grid template rows and columns are there. So here I have added 40 pixel, 50 pixel, auto, 50 pixel. Like that, I have created 5 columns. Okay. So if you see each of the item 40 pixel, 50 pixel, then auto, then it is created accordingly. Whatever size you have given, based on that, it will be created. Okay. Same way rows are created, but one thing to be kept in mind that this particular grid this row, or this row have a numbering system in their own. So it would be like at the beginning, the first row would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 1, here 2, then this row would be 3, this row would be 4. Similarly, here it would be 1, here it would be 2, and same way till 6. And apart from that, there is alternate numbering system, that is negative system, which start from the end and come to the start. So -1 would be the last one, and -6 would be the first one. So it will automatically assign one name to the one number to each of the row. But you can modify this, that we can see now here. Now what we have to do, I will put a square bracketing. Okay, so what this square bracket would do, I can put my own name instead of what that number was there by default. So by default this was 1 or -4, I guess. I have put that as a row 1 start. So this row 1 start. So how I will put that here, if you see grid template 40, 50, auto, 50, 40. Okay. So here the same thing is there, but before each of the unit and after each of the unit, there is one particular square bracket notation which is writing the name. So first would be this one would be, okay, let's start from here. This one would be the first, then 40 pixel space, then line 2, this one would be the line 2 name, name would be line 2, then 50 pixel here, then this one would be again line 3, like that it continues. So why we add this name to each one of them? So this we can see, this actually facilitate your what we say, adding the items. So each of the item you add in the grid. So here I have seen that grid we can put any item anywhere. So this naming would help you to mark the start position and end position. So here if you put line third, suppose in the grid you have put line third and the 5 numbers, so here one item would be created, that we can see most probably tomorrow, and a part of it today we can see like how exactly it is created. So same way this naming each of the row and column would help us to recognize from where our item should start and how should it grow and other things. Okay, now coming to grid template area. Okay, so what exactly grid template area is, you can name one particular, see we have seen here, we have named particular grid, like grid lines. Here we have marked the first grid line as first, second one as line 2, third one as line 3, like that. So similarly we can mark an area. So here if you can see this area is there, I have marked this as the header, this one as main, this one remained empty, this one as sidebar, and this one as footer. So basically we can name each one of the grid thing accordingly. So here let's see and how we can do it. So here we have we have created 4 items definitely, and we have put one property grid area. So grid area is nothing but it is telling that wherever the header word will be used, it is equivalent to type name item, item A. So if I use header here, this means that the first one is item A. So here in grid template area, what I do, there suppose I have created 12 columns. Okay, so here first one would be first row would be header. Okay, all the put I put all the names as header. Okay, so what exactly it will do? First element would be of type A, item A. Sorry, second one would be item A. Third one would be item A. So item A would take the place of whole of this. So like that you can put accordingly in the rows and accordingly in the column how exactly we want. Okay, but there is something like the property of contagious work here. So if all are sideways, it will work. So if I put header 1, header all 4 here, if I put header at the last at the footer, it may not, last one may not work. It will be some, it will be created like some other, it will not work accordingly. So it is expected that whenever you put grid template areas, all should be sideways or above and below each other. It shouldn't be like out of the box somewhere else. Okay, so it may not work. We have to just create a rectangle with the grid template areas. So that's it till grid template, the original one. So grid template is basically a shorthand for all the three property: grid template, row, column, and area. Till now we have seen. Okay. Um, so if I put, like, suppose here I have put, okay, so till grid template area, for everyone it's clear. Okay, now grid template is a shorthand for all these properties. Okay, so suppose I have in the grid template I have written two, I have to make 2 rows and 3 columns, something like this. Okay, so what I can do, I will write grid template, then the starting name of the row one start. So row one start would be here. Okay, this one is the row one start. This one. From here to here, it would be row one start. Then header. That would be 3 header together. Then 25 pixel. What exactly it is telling that each of row, this particular row, this from here to here, it would be 25 pixel. So this one is 25 pixel, and then row one end. So here row one will end. Similarly, row two start. Then it would be footer. The height would be 25 pixel. And then row to end. Similarly, then whenever this thing comes, when one slash comes, that's it is telling that all the grid area and your grid rows would completed. Now it's a turn for grid columns. So here we can write number of columns and the size we want. So we can write auto 50 auto, or we can write some other name for the column, and the things would continue. So like that we can write a grid template, which is a mixture of grid, column, row, and areas. Till here, any doubt? So these two are similar. So if I have written grid template like this is equivalent to this below code. So it would be like grid template row, how it should be, how it will be there. Then grid template column and grid template area. So that same code we can write in the grid template in a more compact way. It is little bit tricky, but yeah, it's like till now it's very simple.